When you create Microsoft Power Automate flows, you want to handle sensitive data well. So here we have a flow where we do a web request to the OpenAI. We use an API key, and that API key is a variable that comes from up here. But look, I just hard-coded in this value. Not good practice, because then everyone with access to editing the flow can get it, and it will also appear in the flow run logs, at least for now. So we want to handle this better, and let me introduce the Azure Key Vault, a service in Azure, Microsoft Azure, where we want to store our keys, and then we can use it in flows and no one will be able to see them. Let's set that up. So I go to portal.azure.com. You can skip this. Then you want to go up here and search for key vaults and do like this. So a key vault is a secure place in the Microsoft cloud where we can have a vault, and inside that vault the key will be. So I will say create. We will need a subscription. I'll just choose one of my existing ones. I can take the Jensen org demo. You want to create a new user group or choose an existing one. The user resource group is simply just to collect resources. Then we can give it a name. I can call it Power Automate Anders or something like this. Where should my data lie? I will probably pick North Europe, since I'm in North Europe. Pricing tier will be standard. Then I hit next. Make sure that Azure role-based access control is enabled. It's also recommended. Hit next. Public access is enabled. That's it. We can hit review and create. And you want to hit create once that becomes blue, like here. Now the resource is getting deployed. That is the key vault itself. Inside that key vault, we want to store our keys, in our case, the API key. So for that to work, we also want to make Power Automate able to get access to the key. So we want to configure access for Power Automate. Once this deployment is complete, as it is now, hit go to resource. Then we want to give ourselves access to create the actual secret, in our case, the API key. You do that by going to access control, IAM, yeah, hit add role assignment. So we want to give ourselves the role, click here, and then you want to say key vault secrets officer. Make sure you pick this one saying exactly key vault secrets officer. It becomes gray when you click it. Hit next. Select members. And over here you pick yourself. I will pick myself. Yeah. Searching for Anders. Now you can see it's selected and hit select. Then you want to hit review and assign twice. And then we can create a secret. A secret is again the key. So down here in objects, you will see secrets. If it looks like this, simply just expand it and hit secrets. What you do here is to say generate. Yep. Upload options manual. Fine. We can give it a name, OpenAI API key. Then we want to give it a value. So that is the actual key or password. I go back here, take the API key market, Control C, paste it in here, and that's it. You can hit create. Then we also need to create an account for the Microsoft Power Automate to be able to get this key. You will do that. This is, by the way, my RoboForm password, remember? You will do that by going up here, search for Entra ID, and make sure you pick this one, Microsoft Entra ID. So we create an account for Power Automate that gives it access to read secrets in the key vault. Then you go down to Manage App Registration. Here we create a new registration, and we can call it something like PA Key Vault Reader. Make sure that this is a single tenant up here, and we just hit register. Then we get an application ID, client ID, which we're going to use, and a directory tenant ID also. So I prefer just to mark all of this, even though that the object ID is also marked. Open up a notepad, nice place to store it, Control V. So copy it from here and paste it here. We can get rid of this object ID. Now we have these two guys here. We also want to create a secret for the app so it can log in here and get the actual key. For that, you want to go back here, and then you want to go into Manage Certificates and Secrets. Click here, New Client Secret. Just go with the default ones. I'll just hit Add here. And that value here, that is the client secret value. Just copy it here, go back here, and let's also client secret, Control V, paste it in. Then we also want to say that we created this app registration. That is the account for Power Automate. Now we should give it access to the Key Vault. So back to the Key Vault. You can search for Key Vault or take it from one of the quick picks. We have the Power Automate Anders. Go inside it. Here you want to make sure that you are over here. You want to go to the access control once more. Hit add role assignment. Here you want to search for Key Vault secrets user this time. This should just be able to read it. Make sure you pick the last one here. Hit next. Select members. Now it's not ourselves, but now it's the PA Key Vault reader. Remember, we created that application. Hit select. Hit review and assign again twice. Now we have everything we need. We go back to the flow here. So before we assign it to a variable, we can go up here, hit plus. Now you want to search for get secret. We have it here. So here you can see if it already have a connection, it will look like this. You don't, we want to create a new connection. Otherwise, if I hit add a connection, it will look like this. That's because you can have multiple app registrations and connections. So we just do it like this. Yours is probably look like this. We can call the connection something like OpenAI. Service principal authentication in authentication type. Then we need a client ID. We have that here. So simply just mark it, Control C, Control V. Client secret, that here. Mark it, Control V. Tenant ID. And you should, of course, get rid of this after developing. So it's okay for now. And then we have this Key Vault name. So I go back to the Key Vault, copy it, Control V, and now I can get rid of this notepad. It looks like this. Once I hit create new, you will see that now we're back here, name of the secret. Let me close this up here. And we have the OpenAI API key. So we can do two things. We can either use it down here or simply just use it directly in the action. I think I prefer this one down here so we can get rid of this. Let me just delete it here. And then we will need to go back here. Instead of the API key, we will get rid of this. And then we want the body of this up here, the value. So go up here and pick the body value like this. Let's first do this. So now we are getting the API key from the Azure Key Vault. And if you like this, please give the video a thumbs up. That will really help me more than you think. And I will say thank you. Let's go test it. We're not finished yet. We will choose a manual trigger. Go, go, go. Run the flow. And now it runs. So you will see that we are able to test it. Here we get the secret. This will probably take a little bit longer. That's the actual API call. Once we wait from here, just go into the get secret. And here we can see that we have a secret name. We actually have the name here. But look, Here in the outputs, we have the API key. Not really good. And let me just click show raw outputs. You will see it here. This is not nice because then everyone with access to these flow runs can't see our API key. We might not need that. So what I can do instead to make sure that this is not happening, that this is not present in the flow, and by the way, this ran successfully here. Who is Anders Jensen org? That was just the actual question, and here you'll see that we have Anders Jensen org is the online handle of blah blah blah. So everything good. This exercise is not about HTTP calls, although I made a guide for that as well here in Power Automate. But we need to fix this one here. So what I can do instead is to click edit, hit the 3 dots here on the get secret, hit more, settings, scroll a little bit down. I can choose both secure inputs. That will just be what values comes inside it, and secure outputs. Click done, and also save my flow, and then we can test it again. Then one step at a time, of course. So we're saving. Now we can test it. I'll just test it manually once more. Of course, the same prompt over and over to the OpenAI API. So what is happening now is that if you go into the get secret, then in the flow run here, content not shown due to security configuration as well in the output. That's how you want to handle it. Let us also finish the flow, so I'll fast forward. Here we have it, 33 seconds. If I click here, we can also see that the API key is not shown here due to security configuration. That's because we chose it as output as well up here. Your next advanced Microsoft Power Automate guide is right here. See you there.